Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. Today I'm going to tell you something. Probably haven't heard this before. Maybe you have sometimes, but not all the time. But you're a winner. You are always a winner. Do you realize that? Do you realize that in every situation that happens, it's a result of your thought atmosphere? So whatever you're experiencing, it's coming back to you as you've got out there. And so when you understand that, you realize that everything that's happening that you're experiencing is a result of who you are. And so with that insight, we now can embrace the idea that everything that happens in accordance with our beliefs, and everything that happens for the purpose of making us more aware. And the more aware we become, the more expansive our life becomes. Everything that happens is to make us more aware. What? More aware we're not the body, we're not the mind, but we're the spirit. We're this infinite, unique expression of intelligence that has a body and has a mind. And when you understand that we're here on this planet, in this body, to create, to experience, to become more, to create bigger, to experience more, to create, to experience more and more, and to become more and more and more aware. We see that everything in life is in alignment for growth. And guess what? When we're not in growth, we become mentally, emotionally, and physically constipated. Yeah, that's right, constipated, because we're not allowing the natural flow of energy to move through us. And a natural flow of energy moving through us is all about expansion. It's all about becoming more. It's all about creating more, experiencing more. I love that I'm growing. I love that I'm expanding. Sometimes I'm not too fond of the experience though I'm having. Do you get that? Sometimes we don't like the experiences, but when we're having one of those experiences that is not pleasing, we have to look at it. We have to really examine and say, how is this serving me? How is this making me more aware? How will this help me expand my nature? Really, some great questions. I don't care what it is. What happens, it's for the purpose of expansion. If someone rejects you, it's a blessing, because it's letting you know that the two of you are not in vibrational harmony. If you're not in vibrational harmony, it's impossible to be with someone. Do you get that? You can only be with people who are somewhat harmonious at the same frequency level that you are. If they're not at that level, you're not going to get along. And here's what happens. We try to force it, and we force it, more pain comes out. And what's the awareness? Don't force that connection. So I've been married a long time, a real long time. I've been married so long I could be all of your dads. Not all, but most. Here's what I know. There are times when I'm not the vibrational match with Gene. At those times, we don't stay together. We go about our lives independently, because there's no point talking when you're not a vibrational match, because you're not going to hear, you're not going to listen, you're not going to be able to change it. The change has to come from the other person. So my wife and I have an agreement that when we see that one of us is not a vibrational match, we say to the other, go meditate, go clear your vortex, clear your energy. Generally, what happens after we do that, guess what? We start to match and we come back together. But what do? We try to convince our partner to be the way we are. to be a vibrational match instead of saying, go meditate, go clear your energy. Some people say when I would look at Jean and I would say, why don't you go meditate? Or she looks at me and go meditate. Well, you two are running from the situation. You should deal with it right then. Deal with what? An impossibility? An impossibility that I can change her frequency? I don't have that power. Do you get? Love means honoring and respecting that everyone is unique and only they have the power to change. And stop trying to throw your will, your wishes, your ideas upon someone else. If they're not a vibrational match to you, they're not going to be with you. If you're not a vibrational match with them, you can't be with them. It's better to make a conscious choice to make sure that your vibration is in alignment with who you choose to be. Think about that. What can't you win in life if you understood that everything was about making you more aware? I'd have a root canal. Make me more aware of taking better care of my teeth. Making me more aware that I don't have to be in pain. Making me more aware that things that appear to be a pain in one area can radiate and become pains in other areas. So while I thought I had allergies, I had no allergies. I had a tooth problem that radiated up into my head and caused me to have a headache. I got the tooth problem fixed. Guess what? No headache. No headache. So Skip, I feel great. Absolutely great. No pain, no nothing. I'm back to Lee. I see clearly. I hear clearly. I don't favor a side of my mouth. Life is good. Life is really good. But here's what it comes back to, gang. Self-care. We have to learn, and most of us don't, do self-care. And self-care is not just one area of life, it's all areas of life. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. No one is looking out for your interests but you. Do you get that? Can I be more clear about that? No one, no thing, no spirit, no being is looking out for your interests other than you. When you get that, you realize, oh, the power is in me. It's always been in me. Now it's time for me to use it. So know that the power is in you. That's why I wrote my book. Let me just do a plug. The power in you. 16 powers in you. Chapters in here. And there's more. But in this book, there's 16. Easy to understand. If you have not bought my book yet, go on Amazon. The Power in You. You can get it in paper copy, Kindle, hard copy, even audio. So you can go to Audible and get it. And it's done in my voice because I did it. This was something I did to pass down to my granddaughter. So she knew what I knew. She was given that advantage because I wrote this book for Claire. But I'm sharing it with you. If you haven't got it yet, recommend it. It's not a big investment. And I'd love to hear from you about what you think when you do. With that, it's a great day, everyone. Know that Saturdays are in-person healing, or not in-person, Zoom healing days. Love for you to join me for a healing session. Be a healer. I've got the Healies already lined up. Be a healer. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Go to the calendar, and you'll get the Zoom link there. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. Much love to you. Make it your best day ever. Because guess what? Only you can. Aloha.